Man, I got so many mixed bags on how long that walk was going to be. When I got to Trill Trill, that little camping spot where it rained all night. Well, before the rain came, it was hot, 25 degrees, and it was sunny, and I was, there's no signage down there, no nothing. So I don't actually know where officially that trek started. But anyway, he said to me, it's 4 hours, and as we were talking, he said it was 5 hours. So I don't know if the trek started there, or started down at the beach. Another old lady I saw the day before it started raining, she said it's 8 hours, but 8 hours from where? Down at the beach or up at that last house? Because it took me an hour to walk up to that last house. And the whole day took me 9.5 hours to get to where I got collected on the boat. And that single 9.5 hours was the hardest grind. Now those flags are hauling in. So here I am, Rio Sur. Just on the other side of Michael Bay, that's the river there. And this is like, so I'm heading to Caleta Cóndor. Can only get there by either boat. And so there's a few locals that live out there. I think there's cabanas and a couple of camping. And I've been looking at this trek for 4 or 5 years now. And so here I've got this 1 week window I can go do it. And I've hit the weather, and so it's middle of February here. Vino running. Local fish out at the beach there. So I brought my fishing gear. I plan to catch a few fish and eat it, I hope. So look, here's a little mini market, last little mini market for the next 5 days until I get back here. And I haven't got 5 days worth of food, so can I catch enough fish to eat? I don't know bro, but so where I'm heading, it's going to take me 2 days to get to. And each day there is a camping area and cabanas to rent, and some of those places might sell lunch, you know, pretty basic lunch or some bread. There's no roads in there, you either walk in or boat. So you launch on the ocean to Bahia, Mansa, or you take one of those fast river boats up inland and you get out somewhere heading towards Rio Negro, I suppose. But if that wind is hauling from the north, which is probably not my surf casting. There's a few white peaks out there. But anyway, I'm staying the night up over this ridge behind me. And hopefully there's some fishing over there, and I'm off tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning's trek, I don't know, it's 10k, but it's up over a pass, maybe it's longer actually, I don't know. I haven't done it before. The internet says it's 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, which probably more means it's probably like 5 hours. But I'm just contemplating, do I need any more food? I'm going to take the risk. I'm either going to catch some fish, or hopefully there's something to eat on the way. Righto, here we go. Oh wait, I know what I'm going to get. I'm going to get some water to start with. Hey, that dude the dude on the bus is going to screw me over too. I already knew the price to get out here, and he was going to charge me double, and I just didn't get off until he handed me over the rest of the money. Welcome to Chile, man. It's fucking awesome, mate. So to give you an idea of where we are on the Pacific coast of Chile, start from the beginning. Let's find the city of Osorno, small city. I got the bus at the terminal railway and I made it out to Michael Puey. Took about an hour and 30 minutes, 3,500 pesos. Once I got there, I had to walk over this ridge down to Camp Trill Trill, and that's where I stayed the night you're going to see coming up here. So, and tomorrow, I need to walk over this track here down to Rio Huellelhue. Anyway, here we go. So wait, look at this. So down there is La Playa Trill Trill. It's on the southern side of Michael Puey, Rio Sur. So I'm heading over there somewhere tomorrow. I don't know where the path starts. I'm going south. I'm walking for 2 days around the coast to get to Caleta Cóndor. I don't actually know how to get there, but hopefully down there I can find someone. I'm just stopping here for lunch. So I sat on the bus from Osorno for an hour and a half and I just walked up this ridge. Woo! Ain't no fishing here today, bro. That's just howling it. So, what am I going to do? So, now I'm clear on what's going on. I just bumped into the lady you'll see in this photo. She, bit of a character. She's very local. Been out here a while, I'd say, but she knew everything. She knew where to start, where to finish, what would be available tomorrow once I get to my first beach tomorrow afternoon. And she said it's the dude over there. When I was in some dude, he said it's 4 hours, it should make it. 5 hours, he said. This said it'll be an 8-hour slog. It just makes me think, I hope there's a couple of rivers on the way, streams. I need to collect some water. I'm not collecting water out of here. I'll end up with Jardy, and I've had that once before, and Wild shit. So I just moved my tent from over there, where it was in a bit of a hollow, to up here on a high ground. I just checked the weather forecast. It just got that look for rain and it changed. When I got here, it looked fucking cool down there by the water, and it was 25 degrees and the sun was storming in. But these clouds look like rain, so I just checked the weather and it's changed, and we drew 425 mils at 2 o'clock in the morning between 2 and 2:30. 2 and 3:30, sorry. Fuck, it's wild in the hood here, bro. It's gonna be a wild night. That wind is hauling in and now it's fucking hosing now. It's gonna be 25 mils, man. See if this baby holds up. I don't know, it's done a few miles on it. I haven't been in a storm in this tent for maybe 3 years. It'll be sweet if it keeps blowing like that, because it's going to blow off. But if the wind drops and we get a big dump of rain, we'll be in trouble. 101, camping, never light a fire in the tent. I'm going to break that rule. Tent's a flammable ass, but... Good morning, Vietnam. So, those poor dudes, 4 tents up there, and they were asleep in the middle of the night. At 1 in the morning, they got flooded out completely. They were all camping where that water is, and in the middle of the night, they dragged their tents up there. I should have gone and told them, babe. Anyway, rookie move. This is where I was. Right here, right under my feet. Now there's no water here now, but she's pretty wet. Man's best friend. Look at this dude. Anyway, I'm off. Right, check this out. Look at that view this dude has. Hola, buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? ¿El sendero aquí? Aquí, allá. Aquí. ¿Puedo sacar poco agua? Yo puedo pagar.
¿Agua quiere?
Agua. ¿De foso aquí?
Sí, aquí.
Ya. ¿Cuántos años vive aquí? Mucho.
50 años.
Ay. Bueno. ¿Es agua aquí?
Sí, aquí ya casi estoy.
So I just filled up with water. I had a word with that nice old lady. Can I get some water? She said, yeah, help yourself. Check this out. So, a little bit of sediment. I don't think it's going to kill me. She rained last night, and the water source for the tank, I can even see the mangetta, the hose, where it comes from up there somewhere. There's probably a trickle or a spring or something. Rain last night, so it's a bit murky. I don't think it's going to kill me. Yeah, I've been walking for, I don't know, I might be halfway on this trip. First day, second day to Caleta Huellelhue or something. Anyway, I've decided to boil my water, that dodgy water I got at the house, and have some lunch. Look, my mate's come with me the whole way. Hey bro. So, I don't know, is it even worth boiling it? I've already had breakfast with it. It was going to... I don't know, look, I'm not even worried. incubation period for these sort of bugs is 48 hours. By then I'll be in Caleta Cóndor, and all it, like you just lose a little bit of energy and get the shits for a few days. But so it just, like, way back at the start there was a video, I'll try and put it up now, of I said, look, there's a blue house, that's the last house, there's a tree, and I said there's a couple of hikers already going up the first ridge. Don't know if you could see it on video, but anyway, so I've just passed them, and there was 3 of them. One of them had a machete, and he looked like a guide, and he was sort of clearing the way for them. But anyway, he was giving me the old 20 questions rundown. Where are you going? Who are you? I was like, well, who the fuck are you? He said, well, your dog can't go, this is a protected area. I said, dude, poor old black dog, he got chased away by the dude with the machete. I said, it's not my dog, I don't know where it come from, and he just turned up. So I get it, if this is a protected zone, dogs are not allowed, but I'll put money on it, there's dogs down here at the camping. But anyway, may not be. Then he was sort of saying, have you organised to cross the river? I went, no, I was going to do it once I get there. So I couldn't find too much information on it. So then he gave me a bit of a spiel about being more organised. I was like, dude, put the machete down before. Fucking dude. Anyway, I said, get out of the way because I'm going past. Hey, I was quite polite through the whole thing as well, but I don't know if he was showing off or if he was being legit or what. Anyway, so I'm so close now, it's crazy, but I've kind of come to a dead end. I've got to cross this river, I think. And look at this. Look, I don't mind having a rest here actually. There's an awesome cabana up here. There's no one home. There's a boat there to use. Ring that number. But there's no cell coverage here. Well, not with Movistar anyway. Good trick for young players, that, isn't it? I'm probably waiting for. So I've got to cross this river or use this boat, and I'm not going to be rude and just take it, right? And there's no one up here in this house, but I know there's dudes about an hour behind me. It's 5:30, so I'm 9 hours into this now.
Chao, fuera. Fuera.
¿Lo pero?
Es el río Huellelhue, este es Trill Trill.
Claro.
En Chile se llama.
Sí, espera.
Era Trill, no Trill Boy.
Dale, para el lado.
So there was, we've come up river a bit. Oh, I had this picture in my head that I was going to be camping out at the beach. But I'm going with the flow, man. This dude turned up, picked me up at the end of the Sendero. He's only got one leg. And I'm like, I'm going with you, bro. Go with the flow. Old McDonald's farm here, man. There's a boat going upriver now. So I woke up like 4 o'clock this morning and fuck, it was cold. It was like cold. You know, that deep cold. I didn't notice it the night before when it rained all night. And I slept pretty good up until 4. And it was like, it's the 18th of February. So it's the middle of summer here. Peak summer, February. And it was fresh. So yesterday, and it was an old school track, there was no bridges, no stairs, no little steps, no nothing. And because it rained the night before, the second half was just mud coming down. I asked up 2 or 3 times. I actually landed on my side and I got a huge bruise on my glute and my elbow feels a bit bent. But that's why we do these things. Waking up this morning, freezing, but just as the sun's coming up now, drinking coffee, you kind of forget that you've got a few aches and pains. So I was going to stay another night, but fuck, I might as well keep moving. And so I'm going to let, the condensation was heavy here today, everything's damp. So I need that sun to get up and get on my tent, dry it out. And then I'm going to get the dude to drop me off to the start of today's walk. Today's walk's 5 hours to Caleta Cóndor, which is my goal, and I'll be a night there before I get the boat back along the Pacific coast to Bahia, Mansa. And I don't know if I'm going to stay there tonight, or I do know the bus schedule from there back into Osorno. I never brought the car from Osorno out because I knew I was going to be starting and stopping at a different location. So here we are on the map again. Yesterday I walked down to where I said it was a bit of a dead end, had to cross a river. And I ended up getting cell phone signal actually, so I phoned one of those numbers and Enzo came to get me and he took me down the river here to this campsite. This is where he lives. It was a bit of a 1-star, but it was cheap. Actually, it was probably -1 star. I had a cold shower, that's all I needed. Five hours on these toes today. Not too bad, done it before, but that's what happens when you're walking downhill, your feet pushing in the front of your shoes. We're at the start of day 2. It is 12:30. No, day 3 it is. Yeah, because day 1 I had to get to Trill Trill. That house has seen better days. And straight away it looks like there's a climb. Hola, buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? Okay, this looks awesome, but still no sign as where to go. So I've walked out of there, and this lady behind me, she said just keep walking around the end of the beach and you'll see it. Hey, this is paradise, but, well, let me rephrase that. This is almost paradise. No swimming, because you'll end up in Rapa Nui. And a floating corpse. And the other thing is the water's so cold, it's so almost paradise. It looks like paradise. Still no fishing in there either. Although there's probably, I mean those Corvina will be running in that before you know, just between here and that where that first wave is breaking right there. It looks like I've got to get over that ridge. Welcome to the grind. And I'm a rookie here, it's my first time. If you come at high tide, you're going to have to walk around this way. I was probably lucky. I don't know if the tide's going outwind. I think it's coming in. And lucky because I didn't want to get wet feet. So is this it? I don't know. I've got no idea. I'm going to have a quick look over. She said it's at the end of the beach, though it could be here, but it could be around there, it could be fucking anywhere. I found this sign and it looks like it might be around there. I don't know. So I've been walking, I don't know, 20 minutes, so it feels like I've got nowhere. So I climbed all the way up and we've come back down. That's what it is. Looks beautiful anyway, eh? I don't have too far to go just to get off this face down there. I don't know if the Caleta is in a key just down or it's the next one around. I'll tell you one thing, my toes are smashed. I'm over that. So once I get down here I want to get my shoes off and put my chalas on. Check that out. This is why we do this shit for these. I've got to be honest, I mean, I love to hate this fucking walking. 8 hours a day, my toes are smashed. I don't, you know, you're always in a calorie deficit. I love to hate it. But this is what it's all about, and doing shit like this alone as well is quite, I don't know. It's enjoyable, peaceful. If you can conquer shit like this on your own, you can do anything. Now, I'm pretty sure I need to get around there. I don't know where the Caleta is, but this is not it. Check out this little bit of Chilean paradise. So good to get my trekking boots off, free my toes. Anyway, look at this, perfect conditions for a spot of fishing. So after 2 hard days walking and a couple of nights in the tent, I decided to rent a room in a hospedaje, which is like lodgings. They give you breakfast and like bed and breakfast in English. And so I spent a couple of days. This is the lodging here. I spent a couple of days in Caleta Cóndor, just relaxing. Actually did a bit of fishing. That's the place I stayed. And it was quite nice. There was a few day walks around, and the river was close, and there you can see on the left Caleta Cóndor and on the right Rio. It was nice, relaxing. I enjoyed the trip. The pain is worth it. Oye, vamos. ¿Qué frío?
subió 31 allá en la barra, o sea en el muelle principal, y después subieron 4 más. ¿Ya? Seguro. Nombre, por favor.
Te pasamos del Río Huellelhue.
¿Dama?
Ahí lo grabamos. Mira como los verdes y lo muy
Saltando por Ancón, desde Caleta Cóndor hacia Bahia. Amigo.
What sort of water? Big wave just come over. I feel green as fuck. It's been a bit of a panic. They can't get the water pumps to work. There's no fucking way I'm doing this again. I'd rather walk back. Fuck, not doing that again. Oh my god, fucking good to get on terra firma. So I got a quick bus back to Osorno. This is one of the city buses that's going to take me up to my neighbourhood. And hey, thanks for watching. Enjoy, subscribe and like. Oye señora, ¿qué es esta para? ¿Esta lana?
Sí, hago chalitas de lana
¿Para ropa o cómo?
para vender.
Ah, para vender.
Las hago así tiraditas, no las hilo.
¿Ya?
Y quedan muy abrigadoras.
¿De cuántos días necesito sacar esta?
En la tarde ya va a estar seca. Pues,
Solamente hoy.
Sí.
¿En cuánto vale para vender? ¿Es per kilo o bolsa o cómo?
La lana no la vendo así, la vendo a trabajar. Hago
Ah,
chalitas de lana para el invierno así.
Ah,
Tengo muchas para vender.
ya. Sí, ¿dónde? ¿Local o en la zona o dónde? Para vender.
Aquí la tengo en mi casa.
Ah,
¿No quiere llevar usted un par?
bueno.
Sí, ya, yo lo voy a ir a buscar.
Ya.
De todo.
Mira, yo,
De toda dimensión tengo. Chalitas tiene.
¿tiene sencillo para 10?
Sí, sí tengo.
Yo no tengo espacio en mi mochila, pero ya, ok, yo compro.
Va a llevar.
Ya.
Y aquí no la puede amarrar en ningún ladito por ahí. Escógela usted cualquiera.
Ese, el otro, ¿tiene el otro 10?
Aquí está.
Ah, yeah.
Esta es pues.
Yeah, bueno.
Yeah.
So I just brought some handmade, I guess they call, you know, the moccasins or slippers or handmade wool for the winter, keep your feet warm. I probably won't wear them, but they'll be a gift for someone. I really don't have space in my mochila and I really didn't want to buy them, but you do what you got to do when you're in a place like this. Oh, Enzo over there's only got one leg. I asked him yesterday, or one, I don't know, something cut off. I asked him yesterday what happened. And I said, was it an accident? He just like shrugged his shoulders and went like that. So, bit of an animal though, look at it. This is remote living, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. So the river comes up. In the winter, this is our hike, yes. Up through here all winter, you see. I guess at high tide if it's got nowhere to go, but I asked him yesterday if it was for the ocean. He said, no man, it's a rain. So